Jobless objectively just is a bad show. I split this video into three main complaints, but the first one is about the arcs. Like, everyone says the arcs is a great part of the show. The first couple arcs is him being trained, which I actually enjoyed that arc. I thought when she goes and gives him training, shows him what to do, and then he basically already knows all of it. Pretty good arc. I liked that. But then immediately went to the childhood friend, and you know what? It's not the worst. He just goes, I'm gonna go get a job so that I can bring you to school with me. And then he goes to his cousin and he gets a job, blah, 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 and then immediately forgets about her. The whole world end arc happens. He gets sent to the demon realm and shit like that. But he literally doesn't try to help her, try to find her, try to save her at all. And immediately forgets about it and goes, I got a new child I'm gonna attach myself to. And follows her around the whole time. And he gets all these like harem girls and just get attached to them. And does nothing but go, I'm gonna follow you everywhere. He's got no actual like goals or motivation of his own, and that's just like the first couple of arcs. Then after that we got the demon arc, which again not the worst, but again this people love this show too much. It makes no sense to me. The arcs aren't that good. He gets like naked in a cage with the monkeys and all that. It's like what the fuck is going on? The good part of that arc, straight up, is just when he meets Paul and Paul punches him in the face. I love that moment. And then there was stuff like him getting the demon eye, which not the worst, but for this being seen as the best isekai of all time and shit like that, literally nothing happens. He's got no will of his own, no goals. He's not trying to do anything. He's just trying to fuck around and have sex with children. Like, it is not a good show. And then after he basically begs his 10-year-old for sex repeatedly and finally gets it, she leaves and he gets broken. He's like, my dick doesn't work anymore. He gets erectile dysfunction. And then he goes to a whole new city, trains for like a couple years, becomes an adult, and then he finds a random tsundere girl, makes fun of her in front of her, and then she freaks out and runs away, and his first instinct is, I'm going to kill myself. And then the guy who he's been fucking with and bullying the whole time saves his life. That guy, within 3 episodes, is already an objectively better character than Rudius. Rudius was fucking terrible. And then you see this guy, who basically gets shit on by him repeatedly. The main character just bullies him. And then he is the actual good character. He's the G that does the thing. He gets to drink with him after. He starts chilling. He is just a better character than Rudius already. Then after that, he just goes to school, and that was the whole point of Season 1, was for him to go to school with the childhood friend, and he still doesn't remember her and forgot completely about her, to the point where he sees her in person and doesn't even know it's her. Has literally no idea that is her, and all it was that she had sunglasses on. She had glasses on, and he's like, oh, I can't tell who that is, even though it's the exact same person. All these arcs, boring, right? But the best arc of this show, and the only thing I'll give you, is the Paul arc, when he tries to save his wife, and he fights the Hydra. Such a great arc. I fucking loved it. I thought it was one of the best arcs of the show, and then they just killed him. They killed him off like that. Granted, he had a really cool death, he had a cool moment, cool, great arc, and then all of that was just to find Piss Girl. Like, what was the point of that arc? The wife is like a vegetable, she has no memories, so basically all that was in vain. All he really got of it was Piss Girl. And then with moments, he went back and went, hey wife, I know I impregnated you and all that, but can I have another wife? And made this a harem show. Like, why would people even like this show? It makes no sense to me. Everything about it just sucks. And then people online goes, that's the beauty of the show. He's meant to be a loser. I don't want to see a loser. Granted, they don't need to be OP overpowered. They could just be a normal character. What happened to the Narutos? What happened to the shonen characters like Asta that started off weak and got really cool? Why do we have to stay a loser? Why can't they actually grow as a character instead of continuously showing that they are pathetic? Yeah, that was basically the arc section. I always found that point really stupid. Every time I argued about this show being bad, everyone's like, yeah, ignore the kid stuff, but the arcs were good. Why don't you watch for the arcs? The arcs weren't good. I didn't most of them I hated. The only 2 I liked was the first arc and Paul's arc. Everything else pretty much sucked. Only parts of the demon arc I liked, and that was only when he got the eye power. Like, I swear, Rudius was training in the very first arc, then literally never trained again. He didn't care about getting stronger. He stayed the exact same. He didn't get any development in his powers, and yet that's all he focused on in the beginning. But then he saw women and went, I'm not going to actually try to get powers anymore. I'm just gonna follow around these children everywhere I go. My other complaint is there's just so much better isekai to watch. And I know I watch a lot of the isekai, so I get it. Like, you should watch whatever you want to watch. But the fact that everyone praises this as one of the best isekai is insane to me. Slime Isekai is literally way better. Konosuba is infinitely better. If you want a loser character, watch Konosuba. It's actually funny, unlike this show. And then Overcautious Hero, way better show. There's so many isekai out there that's just better. Eminence and Shadow, watch that. Why are you watching Jobless? The worst fucking isekai. I shouldn't say worse because there's way worse in this show. But it's just, I don't like that it's so praised. It's the same I feel about ReZero. I'll make a video, I guess, on that. I don't like ReZero. And it's not because he's a loser character. It's just because he's boring. He just dies all the time. And then everything that he does, everything he sets up, always means nothing. Then the timeline that moves forward is always the worst of the timeline. Like, it pisses me off. I hate seeing it. All I feel like is everything that I just watched was useless. But that was a little side tangent. We're not talking about ReZero. I don't like that those two shows are so critically acclaimed to be the best isekai. It's terrible. And then my last complaint is just what everyone complains about. That's why I did it last. It's not something that's even really worth saying because everyone hates it for this. But the fact that it's a harem and the fact that he collects children, that's just the worst part of the show, no matter what, like how you look at it. Objectively, he's a 40-year-old man having sex with a 10-year-old. Like, no matter how you look at it, that is just straight up bad. It's just a bad show. But that's why I said it last, because everyone knows it, everyone's going to be saying it. So it's just that's just the cherry on top to why it's so bad. But objectively, if you ignore that, it is still just a bad show. The god in that show is the only cool part. But then he was like, hey, go mate with the anime girls. Not anime, my bad. Animal girls. Go the dog and cat girl. Just go do that. Like, everything about it just was bad. I don't know. This is a little tangent. I don't like the show. It's a bad show. I don't like that people like it so much. It makes no sense to me. But yeah, man, that was my hot take. My anime hot take. Write in the comments. Tell me why I'm wrong. Or tell me why I'm right. I don't know. I just never see anyone have his point of view. Everyone always says that Season 2 is what fell off. Season 2 was bad. But Season 1 was bad too. Season 1 was not a good show either. It was still objectively bad. I didn't like any of the arcs. The only arc I really liked, like I said, was the Season 2 arc with Paul. Everything else is like, my dick don't work. Oh, let's go to the demon world and then follow around this one random demon guy. Like, granted, he wasn't a random demon guy. He was really powerful. I actually liked him. He was a good part of the show. I just didn't like literally anywhere it went. I feel like Rudius had no goals, no ambitions. He had nowhere to go. He was just walking around. Even when he was talking to Paul, when he met him again, he was just like, hey, Dad, I've been walking around a bunch. Yeah, I've been going around. And Paul's like, your mom is gone. What are you doing? And he just cried about it. Rudy's like, oh, don't yell at me, please. But yeah, that's the video, you know.